We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
What's up, you beautiful collectors and Ghostbuster fans? It's the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the incredible support of my patrons, Optibotimus Plus channel members, and those of you that just hit that thumbs up button, we're going to be taking a look at the new Ghostbusters Plasma Series ECTO-1. Now, this is a definite mixed bag for me. I absolutely love the ECTO-1. You guys have seen me gush about it in my reviews of Ectotron and things of that nature. And I was a huge fan of the Plasma Series. So when this was first announced, I got really super excited because the Plasma Series is supposed to be collector friendly and all that stuff. I'm like, oh my god, a Plasma Series to go along with those Plasma Series figures. Except we found out that this is not to scale with those Plasma Series figures, which instantly I pre-ordered it, and then that information came out that it wasn't to scale with those. And me being a dumbass, apologies for the use of adult language, but these videos are not meant for kids. Having said that, I totally forgot that I pre-ordered this and never canceled it. And then just a couple days ago, it showed up at my house. And I was like, ugh. Well, I might as well do a video on it. It's here, but, you know, you 14 and older, you got the ECTO-1 in kind of like an artistic sort of thing in a garage, which looks cool. Kind of goes along with what we saw in that very first teaser trailer of the ECTO-1. You can see that this is the biggest thing. It is a 1/18th scale, which means it's smaller than those figures, and that's going to suck. But you got images here on the side. Couple more diagram images, Ghostbusters, nothing there at the bottom. It's an official GM product, which is nice. Go around to the back of the package, and you got images. And now, I love all the detail that's in here. It's just not what I want it to ultimately be, and that's what disappoints me. Got a little bit of a read-up right here that says, looks like the classic ECTO-1 got a few upgrades. With new features ready to take on bigger, badder ghosts, the ghouls will be running scared. The biggest thing being what we've seen in the recent trailer, it does have a gunner door, or blaster seat, they're calling it here. But I mean, overall, like, the detail on here looks really good. I'm just, like I said, I don't know how I'm going to feel about having an ECTO-1 that I can't display with the figures. That's what bums me out about this. At least don't call it. Well, let's get into that here in a bit. But for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get it out here and give it a fair shot. Maybe it'll be cool, maybe it won't be. Who knows? We'll find out together. Alright guys, so here we have the ECTO-1 as she appears in the upcoming Ghostbusters Afterlife movie, opened up out of her packaging and fully assembled. Now when I say fully assembled, I mostly am just referring to the various accessories. Things like the roof rack, the ladder hoses, the different antenna. Those are all separate that you do have to plug in, but it's very easy. And out of the package, she looks absolutely gorgeous. For me, the ECTO-1 has always basically been another character in the Ghostbusters franchise. Truth be told, the Ghostbusters 2 version of her, though, is really my favorite look. I don't know why. I just loved that very bright, shiny look, like with the flashy lights and everything. This is great, and this is a return to that classic sort of appearance. And I dig it. I really, really do. The detail on here is outstanding. Starting off first here in the front, you can see a lot of paint detail that gives a very rusted look to what should have been a very chrome piece. This is absolutely gorgeous. Throughout the entire thing, you can see all this dirt, the different vents, everything. But like even around here, the detail is spectacular. One part that I absolutely loved is also the No Ghost logo. When you come in and take a look at it, I love the fact that it's got all these cracks. Now, that isn't a sticker. That is a actual painted on sort of detail, but the cracks in there really make it look like it's a very aged sticker, which blows my mind. I love it. But staying in, again, you can see around the edges have a tremendous amount of paint detail that give a very real rust look. That is outstanding. The tires look really good all the way around. Even when you look on the inside, and I'll get to that here in a bit, really nice detail in there as well. Come around here to the back, and again, you can see you got that No Ghost logo with the crack. You got the ECTO-1 license plate there in the bottom. I love that. Getting the rust detail. Just absolutely breathtaking. It really, really is. I mean, other than the fact that the size does still bother me, and I'll touch on that here in a bit, the level of detail that they put in this really is worthy of that Plasma Series moniker. Now, there are some changes, as I've talked about in like my Ectotron review, that through the years have happened to the Ecto-1. Primarily being, this side is where the ladder used to be. As you can see, it is now on this side. But they removed the ladder so that they can implement a little bonus feature. Now, it's a little bit tricky to get the doors to open, but you can see this door opens from this side, swings all the way around, and then on the inside, right here, this swivels out, spins around, you got a little handle right here, and you have a gunner door, which that is fantastic. I mean, it's a very common thing nowadays with video games and things like that, so it makes sense. One thing that I also loved is the attention to detail on the back. They actually have a proton pack sort of thing put in there. Really very, very sharp. Nice detail on here all the way around. The paint is, well, it's not really paint. It's just molded in this plastic. But really very cool that they have that. And then it just hinges right back in and basically becomes a regular seat. You can open up this door. Now, the doors do open a little bit wonky. You can see like it kind of hinges out when you want to open the door, which I don't know if that's a bad thing or what. But I always thought this was kind of interesting. I don't know if they meant to do this. But if you have a gunner door there and you're going to be pointing forward, you're going to hit that door unless it's closed. But, I mean, you can hold it like that, which is funny. But taking a look here, you got nice detail on the inside with the window rollers and everything. A lot of people don't remember that windows you had to use a crank to roll down the window. And in an older Cadillac like this, you would have had to do that. So you got that. I love seeing that added detail. On the inside here, you can, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but you can see the steering wheel and things of that nature. Come around to the opposite side, opening this door up. Again, kind of pull that up, flip that around. You got the steering wheel right there, obviously. Come around here to the back section. This whole back bit here does open. And this is a new additional piece as well. You also do get this little accessory. This is a little remote control. Oh, I don't think it's supposed to do that. A little remote control trap. It does have tires and wheels, so you can roll it around and everything. But it's a little remote control drone, I guess. You know, new tech and stuff. And there's a little slot section right here that it actually locks into. You can see the bottom section has some grooves that it sits in there. But great detail. I don't know. I'm hoping I can get that in there where it's bright enough. You can see great detail in there. A lot of real nice mechanical gear and equipment on the inside, just kind of showing that off. Absolutely love that. I like how even the bottom section here, you can see, has a lot of dirt on it. Really, absolutely gorgeous. Really, really is. Now, this door is not supposed to pop off. So let's get that back pegged in there. Come on. Something like that, maybe. There we go. All right. So the detail all on here is amazing. The top rack has all that same detail. You can rotate the little sniffer thing around. All the different details look really very good with it. The hose here, like I said, you have to attach. I don't remember there being an extra antenna like this, but again, there have been some changes to it. I love the coloring of the light bar. I do wish it was a little bit more faded. I don't remember it being that bright in the Afterlife trailer. I mean, it definitely could be. So that might have changed over the years. Who knows? But while I love the way that this looks, my biggest issue that I do have with it is the size. Now, bringing in the tape measure from the front to the back fins here, well, even a little bit beyond that. It's 14 inches long, and then, I don't know, about 6.5 inches high. The problem with that is the figures that came out as part of the Plasma series. This is my Peter Venkman figure. He's way too big. And that's the part that bothers me. The amount of detail that's in this is exquisite. But it doesn't look good displayed together. And that's what bothers me the most. Now somebody said that it scales better with the real Ghostbuster figures. Well, number one, this isn't how the Ecto really looked with the real Ghostbusters. And this is Ray, who is the smallest of them. And even that, I mean, that's closer, obviously, but still not really that good. And he can't sit in here. I don't think he can. I mean, it's just he's still too big, and I don't have any 3 3/4 inch figures to scale with it. But here's Egon, who's a little bit bigger, and it just the scale just doesn't work. That's the biggest downfall that I have with it. It is a terrific display piece, but I want to display it with the figure. Now, granted, this is how it appears in the newest movies. So when these guys were driving around in it for the most part, it didn't look like this. But the size didn't change that much. So maybe we'll still get another Ecto that kind of fits a little bit more. Fingers crossed. Because, like I said, I absolutely do love this. I think that it is a gorgeous representation of that very classic, iconic thing, but like here, I mean, well, he can't even sit on it, but I mean, maybe 3 3/4 inch figures would work better with it, and I don't have any. Here's Bumblebee. I don't know. I mean, that doesn't look that bad, right? I mean, I don't think he's 3 3. I mean, he is about maybe 3 3/4 inch. So, there's a crossover for you. I've ever seen one, if it'll work. No, nope. All right. Either way, I mean, I do love it. I really, really do. It is a classic vehicle. It is a vehicle that if I could own an Ecto-1, I absolutely would. I just have a hard time with the size of it. And that doesn't mean that the detail's not good. It doesn't mean that everything else is not amazing. I just feel like if you're going to do this and you're going to put it in the Plasma series, you should have made it a little bit bigger to go along with the figures that we're getting. So, who knows? There are some speculation and rumor going around that we're going to get the 3 3/4 inch version of the new characters and stuff that might work with this. Oh, you know what? That's not. I don't really think it's 3 3/4 inch, but here's I forgot his name. Darius from the new Jurassic Camp Cretaceous. I mean, yeah. I mean, I could see that working. I mean, I could totally see this. That's about right. Let me So 3 3/4 inch would probably work okay with this. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, absolutely. That would work. Just again, it just is, I mean, maybe if you didn't call it Plasma series, I probably wouldn't mind that much. It's just the way that it is, I guess I don't want my 3 3. I mean, but that works just about perfect. Really, that does. So, there you go. 3 3/4 inches works with this guy. So, there you go, guys. That's my look at the new Plasma Series Ecto-1 from the upcoming Ghostbusters Afterlife film. I do really like it. If you're a fan of Ghostbusters, it's worth having in your collection. Just know that it's not going to work in a display with this, I personally don't think. But it still looks damn good. Oh, and yeah, here. There. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you would do one very, very simple thing for me. And that's just to hit that thumbs up button. That one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really very much appreciate it. Also, I gotta send a huge shout out to all of my patrons and Optibotimus Plus channel members, who through their continued support, now more than ever, help to make reviews like this possible. And if you'd like information on how you can help support my channel by becoming a patron like these guys, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Optibotimus. Or if you want to keep all of your perks and rewards like custom channel emojis that can be seen in both live chats and in the comments section, exclusive member live streams, Zoom calls, and the occasional giveaways like these guys do, consider becoming a member of Optibotimus Plus. All you have to do is either click on that little join button right down there, or click on the link in the video description. And finally, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.